students, and welcome back. Today in this video you will be able to know some of the basic terms related to accounting, which already in few videos I have completed, but some are still left, so we are going to continue with that only. Today 4 topics we are going to continue, that is debtor, creditor, sales and purchases. Now who is called as debtors? These are the terms which continuously we are going to use in our accounting subject. So what does debtor means? Debtor is a person who has purchased goods from our firm on credit. Okay, so debtors are persons or other entities who owe to an enterprise amount for buying and services on credit. It means that we are a firm and some other firms have purchased goods on credit from us. So they will be called as debtor. And where we are going to write down this debtor? We are going to write down this debtor if till the end of the year the amount is not yet received to us by another firm. So that debtor we are going to write down in the balance sheet. Okay, balance sheet on asset side we are going to write down. Now why we are going to write down this debtors on asset side? Because in future the amount is going to be received by us from another firm. So that's why it is a asset for a firm, and we are going to write down in the balance sheet asset side. So I think debtor is clear to everyone. Now we are going to continue with the creditors. Creditors, who are called as creditors? These are the persons who have to be paid by an enterprise for providing the goods on enterprise or credit. It means that suppose there are 2 firms. First firm I am continuing with the firm and another party is also there. Now our firm has purchased goods on credit from another firm. Okay, if our firm has purchased goods on credit from another firm, so we have to pay a sum of amount to them, and so the next party to whom we have to pay the sum of amount, that will be called as creditor. That firm will be called as creditor. If by the end of the year we have not paid the amount, so it will be a liability, a burden for a firm, and we are going to write down on balance sheet liability side this creditor amount. I suppose that debtor and creditor is clear to everyone. Once again I am repeating, who is called as debtor, who is called as creditors. So debtor, when another firm is going to purchase goods from us on credit, so they will be called as debtors and they are going to pay us by the end of the year. If it is not paid, then we are taking debtor as an asset and we are going to write down in balance sheet on the asset side. Now second one is creditor. Again I am repeating, if our firm has purchased goods on credit from another firm, then we are supposed to pay them back, and it is a kind of liability for the firm. So that's why this amount will be paid, and if it is not paid till by the end of the year, so we are going to write down on balance sheet liability side this creditor amount. Okay, now next term is sales. What does sales means? So sales are total revenue from goods or services sold or provided to customers. So whatever amount we are going to get from selling of goods and services, that will be called as sales. Now the sales can be of 2 types. It can be in the form of cash, it can be in the form of credit. So sales can be done in 2 ways, cash and credit. So whenever a firm is going to sell the goods on cash, that sales will be called as cash sales, and whenever a firm is going to sold their goods on credit basis, udhar mein bech rahe hain, so that will be called as credit sales. Okay. Now in this sales topic, one more topic is there, that is sales return. Suppose we are running a firm and we are selling goods to our customers and they are going to return us that particular goods. So that is called as sales return. We are going to get back our goods by the customers. So that term will be called as sales return or return inward. Please do remember remember these all names. In questions, either it can be asked in the form of sales return or it will be given as return inward. So please keep it in mind. Whenever a firm is going to sell the goods and they are getting that goods in back, return back, so that is called as, the process is called as sales return, and it is also called as return inward. The same process is with purchases. So whatever the goods or the amount of goods procured by the business, we are the firm, we are the business, and we are going to procure the goods. So that goods will be called as purchase, that the transactions will be called as purchase, and it can be also in the form of two forms, that is cash basis or credit basis. If the firm has purchased goods on cash by providing cash to the another firm, that transaction will be called as cash purchase, and another transaction if we are going to purchase goods on credit basis, so that will be called as purchase return. Sorry, that will be called as credit purchase. Now here also one term is there, purchase return, similar to sales return also. Sales return, we are the firm, we are going to return the goods. In purchase return, we have purchased goods from another firm and now we are going to return them back. Suppose we are a firm, we have purchased goods on credit and now we are going to return that goods to another firm back. So what will be the term called as? It will be called as purchase return, or one more name is there, that is return outward. Okay, if you want to take out the value of net purchase and net sales, so cash purchase plus credit purchase, you have to do the totaling, and from that you have to subtract the purchase return, then only the net purchase value will come. Same with the sales also. If net sales value you want to take out, so add all the sales amount, that is cash sales and credit sales. Cash and credit sales total, and after that subtract sales return. You will get the value of net sales. I think that these all topics are clear to you. Now we will continue with the next topic. Okay. So next topic which we are going to continue is that revenue, expenses, expenditure. So revenue, what does revenue means? These are the amounts of business earned by selling its products. So whenever a business is going to sell their products, from that selling whatever they are going to earn, that all is called as revenue. Okay, it is also called as income. As we are going to earn something, that will be in terms of income only, that will be called as income. Example, commission, interest. Okay, so these all terms dividends, these all will be called as revenue. So whenever a firm is going to earn by selling its products or services, that will be called as revenue. Now next term is expenses. Many of the students mainly get confused in the term expenses and expenditure. They think that both of these terms are same, but it is not like same in accountancy. Okay, we cannot call expenses as expenditure and expenditure as expense. So now separately we are going to understand what does expenses means. So expenses means cost incurred by an enterprise in the process of earning revenue. Earning revenue, just now we have got that for the purpose of sale, for the purpose of business circulation, whatever the expenses or the cost incurred by a firm, that are called as expenses. Okay, these expenses benefits last for a particular accounting period, not for more than that. Some of the expenses are rent, wages, salary, interest on capital. So these terms, all those kinds of all those costs which a business enterprise is going to spend in the process of earning revenue, and that benefit of that particular expenses is going to last within one accounting period. So such a type of expenses whose benefits comes to an end at the end of the year, such type of things are called as expenses. ऐसे सारे खर्चे जिसको हम लोग इस्तेमाल करते हैं किसके लिए, रेवेन्यू अर्न करने के लिए. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट प्रोसेस के लिए तो सेलिंग में जो भी सारे खर्चे आते हैं, आप इंटरेस्ट देते हो, सैलरीज देते हो, वेजेस देते हो, और उसकी जो मतलब बेनिफिट है वो 1 साल के अंदर तक समाप्त हो जाती है. तो सच टाइप ऑफ थिंग्स आर कॉल्ड एज एक्सपेंसेस. ठीक है, विद इन 1 ईयर के लिए जो होता है, नॉट फॉर लॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. एक्सपेंडिचर क्या होता है? तो स्पेंडिंग मनी फॉर सम बेनिफिट और incurring some kind of liability or service or provide property received is called expenditure. Benefit lasts for more than a year. ऐसे spending, ऐसे amount जो कि एक enterprise spend करता है to get a benefit of some service or property receive करने के लिए, उससे क्या कहा जाता है? एक्सपेंडिचर कहा जाता है. और उसकी बेनिफिट 1 साल से ज्यादा तक की होती है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल वी कैन टेक इट एज परचेस ऑफ मशीनरी. आप एक बार मशीनरी खरीदे हो, उसकी बेनिफिट आप सालों साल लेते रहते हो. तो सच टाइप ऑफ स्पेंडिंग बाय अ फर्म टू गेट अर्निंग फॉर मोर देन 1 year, such type of things are called as expenditure. So there is a huge difference between expenses and expenditure. Its benefit lasts in within 1 year, and its benefit we are going to earn for more than a year, or that's why it is treated as asset. This we are treating as an so this expenditure, this is treated as an asset, also called as capital expenditure. Now these expenses and expenditure both are of two nature. Revenue expenses, okay, capital expenses, revenue expenditure, capital expenditure. रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंसेस टाइप मीन्स जो बार बार होते रहे, जैसे रेंट हो गया, सैलरीज हो गई, वेजेस हो गई, जो बार बार आपकी जिसकी क्या होता है बेनिफिट समाप्त हो जाती है विद इन 1 year और बार बार उस तरीके की खर्चे आते हैं. और एक्सपेंडिचर भी रेवेन्यू और कैपिटल नेचर का होता है. तो कैपिटल नेचर में ये आता है कि आप एक बार में सामान खरीदे फॉर अ लॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम यू आर गोइंग टू परचेज दीज ऑल थिंग्स. ओके, सो दीज आर रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंसेस, एक्सपेंडिचर. And now I think almost all basic terms we have completed. So according to this first chapter we have completed now, that is basic terms related to accounting and what does accounting means, definition, characteristics of accounting, few users of accounting, internal users, external users. Few more topics are given in the book that you can go through that and you can be able to understand that all topics. That's all for today's class. In next video we are going to start with the next chapter. In that chapter we will understand the concept of accounting, that on which principle and concept accounting is based. Okay, so thank you.